Okay, YouTubers, welcome to 7 Days to Die, and this is Drew with IYF Productions SL, and we are bringing you something spectacular, stupendous, amazing, and even better. It's 7 Days to Die. So, what we're going to do is we're going to go through the update. We're also going to start a Let's Play. It's going to be single player this time, but we are going to go ahead and set up our Let's Play. Let's get into the game so we don't sit here and burn up a lot of time, because this is going to be kind of a long video so we can go over some things. First off, you have two choices now for Game World. It's not going to be, you know, skirmish or whatever it was, where you go PvP with another player against the zombies or other players, and they're going to drop, you know, arms and food to you with airdrops. Okay, here's how it works. You have Nava's game, you have single, multiplayer, and creative. We might touch on creative, but I'm not really too worried about that right now. The main thing is the game world. Random gen. Now we're going to name this Alpha 9. And we've already got the difficulty set. Everything's pretty standard except for the loot abundance. I did crank that up to 200 because I want it that way. The zombie run is going to be at night. And normal loot spawn or normal zombie spawns. Gameplay is going to be much standard. 50-minute, 24-hour cycles. 20% of night, 100% block durability. No craft timer, no loot timer. And airdrops are going to be every 8 hours. Which, you know, I want to see what's going to happen with that also. If they're going to drop in the middle of nowhere where you can't ever find them, or if they're going to be somewhere viable where it's going to be like, I can go get this stuff. So let's see what happens. We're going to hit start, create our world, and while it's creating, the random generation, they give you a tooltip also whenever you get the start screen. You can create a stone axe with a stick, plant fibers, and a sharp stone. Very good tooltip. It's better than saying, here's what's coming next. Because this is what's coming next. We're going to enter the world. Boom. Wow. Check that out. Isn't that freaking impressive? Look at that, guys. Doesn't get no better than this. Look at the sun and the sky and the mountains and the distance. You know, even just the fog in the distance. It's ridiculous. Look at what they did with the textures on just the dirt and the sand. We're going to pick up some of this aloe. We're going to gather some of these sticks. We're going to make a stone axe. That's a good start. So we can gather up some more materials as we go down through here. I need to find a rock. Rocks are kind of scarce, but we're going to find one anyway. But anyway, back to the game. So what's going to happen in the random generated world? Well, that's very good. It's also going to expand as you go through the world, which means it's going to be virtually endless. And what's going to happen when it spawns in, or when it comes in, when you start your game, it includes all the biomes, a full random sized central city, random in the wild cities, roads, rivers, lakes, and random roadside and wilderness locations. You just select random like we did as the game world, and the name you give it will be the seed. Okay? So they added a sexier data-driven menu map. It renders based on where the player has visited, with fog of war functionality. So basically it doesn't have anything outside of where you've been. Okay. The new map shows current position. Cursor position has waypoint functionality. Recenter view to player. Track friends on compass. Mouse wheel scroll to zoom in. And left click to drag and pan. So you can drag and pan. Move it around. You can also recenter your character. Say you were looking at something else on the map that you already had pulled up there that you'd visited. You're looking at the map. Also, you can zoom in with the mouse wheel, go in and out. Very cool. But the best part is waypoint. Let's say you visited somewhere. Let's say you visited over here. You right click on the map. You set a waypoint while you're there. You want to go back and, you know, finish looting it or whatever the case is. But your base is way over here. Okay, you got the waypoint set. I'm going to go ahead and center that for the moment. We're going to close the map. Here's how it works. You got that set, right? Well, you don't see it on the map yet. But the little flag you have on the map, guess what? Little flag is on your compass, just like that. So you just head in this direction, and you'll be heading straight to your waypoint. No matter what happens, how much you have to detour to get around zombies or obstacles, you know, that are in front of you, you can do this. It's a good thing. Then you want to set another waypoint. What's going to happen when you set a new waypoint is your old waypoint is going to disappear. You can only have one waypoint, apparently. That's okay. You know, just remember when you set a new waypoint, your current waypoint is going to disappear. So if you're trying to mark something important, you might want to make sure that that's got some other way to remember where it's at also, besides the waypoint. Because when you set a new waypoint, you're going to wipe out the old one. Or if you want to delete it, just go up here and click this, and it deletes all the waypoints on the map. You can track your friends. Everybody on your friend list up here, you can track them on your map. You also have friend requests. You have invites to send new friends. You can remove friends. You know, you can do all your maintenance and things for your friends list over here. It is on your map screen though. Don't go to your character screen and expect to find it, because it is on your map screen. So just let you know, sending you know, the fun pimps nasty grams or posting bad forum posts on 7 Days to Die saying that you can't find the friend screen. Where is it? You know, what have they done with it? They lost it. Just check your map screen. That's all you gotta do. But now what we're gonna do while we're beating some of these things to death, we're gonna talk about some of the other cool features that they've added to the world. And some of this stuff is only going to be available on the random gen. So what we're going to do is we're going to back up here a little bit. We talked about the map. They added a new biome type, wasteland hub, with custom spawning definition for random generated cities. They overhauled the GUI. So everything that you're seeing, and I know I haven't touched on this yet, but the new tool belt graphics, the new status indicators for your health, you know, how much food you need, how much how thirsty you are, and all of this. They have your health on the left, your stamina is right next to that on the immediate right. Next to that would be your food with the fork, and then your thirst will be on the far end. So health and thirst on both ends, food and stamina are inside. Pretty cool. You do have your, you know, your usual toolbar. You can scroll back and forth with your mouse wheel, or you can hit the number key buttons above your keyboard, and you can select any different slot on your tool belt. Now, when you go into your inventory, it's a little different. Check that out. Cool beans. I'm going to go ahead and make this stone axe while I'm here. You still craft things the normal way. You throw them in there, and they turn into whatever you want. You know, you can do that, or you can go over here, and you can select things, you know, based on whatever your inventory is, but they've totally revamped the crafting system. All your building is under the home icon. All of your resources are under the rock and the stone, or the pickaxe and the rock icon. Your weapons and ammo is underneath the pistol icon. You got tools and traps, food and cooking. Your medicine now is under a totally separate one for aloe cream bandages. You know, it's just your medicine things. If you notice Splint here, that is because they have a new debuff system for sprained and broken legs that works with a new craftable splint. So you can actually make a splint to help yourself heal faster, and your legs can be re-injured more easily while you're on the mend, and the more severe the injury, the longer the recovery time. So don't forget, if you break it, you're going to be stuck with it for a while, and don't break it again, or it's going to really, really keep you down. So your 7 Days to Die is going to get really interesting if you screw your leg up. You can do something here where clothing is. It's like a shirt. Well, you can do cloth gloves, hat, jacket, pants, and shoes. Forging and molds, pretty much the same. You just click on a different icon, your furniture and decoration, decor. And then we have miscellaneous, which includes all the other sundry items that they really couldn't figure out a category to put them. But that's how your new system works and how it looks. It's actually really boss. I think they did an awesome job on it. You do have the same place you did as before for your buffs, your levels, your protection. As far as whenever you put something on, it's how much protection it's going to provide you. Okay, so let's go ahead and get us a plant fiber. I'm going to go back and recraft this because we're going to make that stone axe. We need it desperately so we can gather up some of this stuff before it starts getting too late. Yes, I know it's only 8:54, but 8:54 turns into nighttime very quickly. All right, got the axe. Now we can start hacking the grass. Okay, not with our hands, with our axe. Thank you. Yes, it does still take some time to switch between slots on your tool belt. I wish it was faster, or you could, turn it off where it is faster, kind of like they did with the loot timers. I'm just not a fan of loot timers because, I understand the realism aspect, that it does take time in real life to go into a box or do things like that. But you know what? I'm still playing a video game. And sometimes we don't have time to sit there for 30 seconds at a time just for the loot timer to kick off. That's why I turn them off. Some people want it, some people don't. I prefer not to spend my time, doing anything other than gathering resources, running around crafting and exploring. That's what our world is about now. Now, what we're also going to do is we're going to continue gathering these resources. We're going to go ahead and get some more sticks because stick bushes are delivering lots of sticks to us for the stick god. They do have some pretty cool features as far as the lakes and rivers. Now they do have another debuff, which means you can drown if you go in the rivers because the rivers are actually deep. They're over your head now. You can't just walk across them everywhere like you did before and get your ankles wet. You can actually go in the river and you can drown big time. So don't forget, if you go in, make sure you know how to swim. Serious. You don't believe me? Right. But now I think we got enough sticks and stuff for right this moment. Except for that one. Come on, Squealer. I may be stunned, but he got killed. Idiot. We're going to need to make torches and things for the night, so we're getting this stuff now. Gunpowder can be useful. We could make a shank, but we're not going to. We do need all the rock we can get, though, so we can make this stuff. We need all these things. And we're going to continue heading in a direction. We're just going to take little side trips to pick up stuff as we go, because we need all this. We have virtually no water. And all we have is yucca plants. So guess what we're going to do? We're going to make yucca juice because it's really good for you anyway. It's better for you than water. And I'll show you another trick. Because when we used to drink water in all the other versions of 7 Days? Well, guess what? The water jar or the can, if you're eating something in a can, goes back into your inventory as empty. You can either scrap out your tin cans from your food, and reuse it for something else, or you can save your jars and actually use them for water, or yucca juice, or goldenrod tea. And speaking of goldenrod tea, here's what we need to do with goldenrod tea. That is another debuff. And that would be called dysentery. Exactly. You get it from drinking murky river water. Probably not something you want to do, but it's probably something you will end up doing. I guarantee somebody will do it, and they will get sick and their character will be bad. So anyway, that's going to happen. How you fix it when it first starts is really easy. all you do is drink some goldenrod tea. So you get up to the forest and pick some goldenrod, you know, throw a jar of water in a cooking pot over on a campfire, cook it down, make a jar of goldenrod, drink goldenrod tea, makes it go away. But if it gets worse, then you're gonna be in a little more trouble. You're gonna have antibiotics, because that's the only two ways to cure it, is antibiotics or goldenrod. So I would suggest to keep the goldenrod around, or drinking anything but murky water. Yeah, because you don't want to drink murky water. Murky water is bad. We're going south. Do we want to go south? I think we want to go south. Let's try south. Like I said, we're exploring. This is a new world. Look at the mountains and the hills and the vistas and all the other cool things that are out here. We are going to stay off on the desert, though, picking up rocks and things as we go, because we need all these things to survive later. And we're offing all these zombies as we go, because just for the simple fact that we can, but also we do need to search them and get things that we need to survive. We need everything we can get from them. So we're going to take those zombies apart piece by piece and take what we want out of them. And I'm just gathering the sticks out of the stick bush, because it's one hit with my thing. But it also saves our big wood for other things, like, you know, crafting storage boxes or wood frames, things like that. And we're just going to go through here and pick all this stuff up, because I have a jar, and now with one jar I can continue drinking. I won't have the ability to drink several at one time, but I can still drink out of my one jar, because it's going to continue going back into my inventory. I don't need to find water. I don't need to find a house. I have a little food. I can make a crossbow to kill rabbits with, which I'm going to use some wood for to make a stick, you know, a crossbow out of sticks. So we're not doing bad. And this is only day one and a couple, less than 2 hours in. So we're going to be living large here shortly. As soon as we find some civilization, or where it used to be, I should say, we're going to be living like kings in the desolate wasteland. There we go. Stick bush yielded more sticks for the stick god. There we go. Whoops, missed that one. Come here. There you go. So, what else? Well, there is more. I mean, M-O-A-R, more. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about what's next. We talked about the debuff system. We talked about the new GUI. We got all that stuff done. But what we didn't talk about is the... you saw where I was stunned earlier. So when you're hit, you're stunned and you don't move as quickly, and the zombies can hit you and kill you. So you really want to try not to get hit. You really want to try to find some way to make some armor of some sort. Armor is a good thing. And we're going to go ahead and take all these things we can. No, you really don't want to get hit. It hurts. It will kill you. You will bleed out. I don't have anything to make any bandages out of right now, so if I get hit and start bleeding, I'm probably going to be dead. Which is bad. We don't want that. But we can't help it. So let's keep on going. I don't know where we're going, but we're going. We have some, wrong one. Grab this. I am not grabbing these I'm not breaking those rocks, the resource rocks down to get anything out of them yet because I don't really even know where I'm going to set up or where I'm going to stop for the night. I'm going to end this video here just shortly. We got a nice haul of food that time. I'm going to end this video here in just a few minutes because there's no sense in just continuing on. But I will start the next video tomorrow on day 2. But first, we're going to go ahead and, we got a few more minutes, so we're going to go ahead and explore up this road and talk about Alpha 9 a little bit more. And talk about the channel just a little bit. So I'd like to know what the viewers would actually like to see in 7 Days to Die. Do you want to see more crafting stuff? Do you want to see, base building in Alpha 9? Do you want to see, exploring in Alpha 9? Because everything we explore is going to be different from the other one. It's going to be similar terrain and everything, but it's not going to be the same map. So that could be cool. Also told you we're going to do a multiplayer server, I believe. If I didn't, I apologize. It did slip my mind. But I do have a multiplayer server that we're going to be playing on. A couple of friends are going to stop in from time to time. So we're going to have some fun that way. One is probably going to help me start a base in a new world. The other one is just going to come in and visit from time to time, but that's cool. We like visitors. But it's really nice. The server was working great with Alpha 8.8, so I don't expect any problems with Alpha 9. So you can look forward to some multiplayer action, maybe even some PvP. Because we can do anything we'd like on the server. It's not, it's one that's been rented. It's not one that's actually, you just go to, like a public server or anything where everybody can just show up. Because we would like all of our things to remain there whenever the next day arrives and nobody coming in, messing with our builds and things of that sort. Because I'm doing this for YouTubers and us to have fun on, not for anyone else to come in, just to cause problems. Because they do, and unfortunately that's the way it is on the internet, but we're not going to talk about that too much. We all know how it is. It's the same way with every game that's on a public server. You have people that want to have fun. You have people that want to cause problems. Simple as that. But what we're going to do is we're going to have fun. And what I'm going to do is go ahead and just kind of run through some of the things also that you can do. We're going to have the ability to grow cotton. We're going to have the ability to make cotton clothing. Don't know how that's going to work. We'll find out. That'll be something we can look forward to in the future, though. There we go. Making clothing. We're also going to have the ability to grow gardens. When you do put dirt down, what's going to happen is the dirt you put down can actually grow grass. So that's pretty cool. I really don't think that we need a bunch of grass, but that's okay. It will grow grass. So if it'll grow grass, it'll grow crops. So we'll go ahead and just, become sharecroppers and make our own way in the world. There we go. New stone axe. Now we're going to go ahead and craft this stuff down and turn it into scrap iron. There we go. All right, guys. So let's take off and go back and keep heading this direction. Like I said, I have no clue where we're going, but we're going to cross this river. First time you guys got to see the river, check this out. Looks like a real river, doesn't it? And it's not shallow either. It's pretty deep in the middle. It's over your head and you can drown there. There is a drowning, simple drowning buff. Now, you can also craft different things like some new frames and stuff. Here comes a dog. We're going to stab that stupid dog. We're not going to even try to smack him with our deal here. Come on, Rover. Where are you? Jeez. They're behind us too. All right, come on, Rover. I'm on Fido. I think you got stuck. Yay. Take a gun and shoot you, Rover. Take a crossbow and shoot you too. How many feathers do I have? 32. Not nearly enough, actually. 18 helps. Can't believe I didn't get infected or killed that time. That works. That's because we're ninja. 7 days to die ninjas. Let's go over here and see what's in the garbage pile. More feathers, more rotten, moldy bread, more yucca plants, more small stones. We need all the stone we can get. These things are almost valuable as iron. Alright, we got enough sticks. We'll just pick up some real wood here. Some of this stuff. We need some aloe so we can make some real medicated bandages. The good ones, like the ones on my tool belt. So everything we're seeing right now and going toward is totally new. They redone everything. We just picked up a pistol frame. When you get into the towns and the buildings and stuff, you can find like what they call bookcases. You know, they look like bookcases, but you're going to find bookcases. And it's also going to contain a library of some of the books for recipes and things that you need. So you really need not to overlook those and think they're just a cool decoration. You really need to actually click on things that say open and open them because it's going to be important. Because you're going to get all the recipe books you need and you're going to be able to kill Fat Boy with a gun that you made. Yeah, I know I'm bleeding out. There we go. Alright, let's see what we found in him. Were you worth it? You weren't. Had a flashlight. Gee, thanks. Appreciate it. I think I'm gonna fight zombies a little bit later. Not right now. That wouldn't hurt. Even the simple bandages work pretty good. You notice how our health on the far left is going back up after we stop the bleeding. That's always a good sign. That means we're not going to bleed out and die. But we need to find a place to hold up after the... Here he comes. Gotta love a bee. Oh yeah, don't run on the cactus either, they hurt. You can get some honey out of that bee. Silly bee. Got some ammo. Got some food. Got some honey. Life is good. We're living large right now. We got plenty to drink out of our one water bottle. Yeah, no, I gotta quit hitting those stupid things. We've got sticks. We've got aloe. We're getting some stones. You don't need a whole lot. You don't need a whole lot at all. But you know what? On that note, I'm going to end this Let's Play now. And then we're going to come back, and I'm going to probably be at a place where we're going to start setting up a place to live. I'm going to go ahead and explore some. We're going to explore more together. But I don't want to just continue picking up things. So we're going to go ahead and grab some. We're going to have some things already gathered up. And then I will be back tomorrow. And we'll have another video. And you can see what it's like and what another place looks like. So peace out. Like, subscribe, comment. And we will see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching.